Good morning, friends. Today again we are discussing the high power amplifier. This is the lecture by Ms. Swati Shankar Rao Zaide, lecturer in electronics, Government Polytechnic, Washington. So we are discussing applied electronics in that high power amplifier, our second unit. Now, this is the lecture number 3. In lecture number 1, we have discussed what is power amplifier. In lecture number 2, we have discussed the classification of power amplifier. Now, in this lecture, we are discussing specifically class A power amplifier. Again, the class A power amplifier, again they are classified as a direct couple class A amplifier and transformer coupled class A amplifier. In this video, we are going to discuss the direct couple class A amplifier. In the next video, we will discuss the transformer coupled. So, direct coupled class A amplifier. It is the series fade directly coupled class A amplifier. Now, in this is the circuit diagram for class A amplifier. So, it is called as series fade since the fixed biasing is used, which is means this is the fixed biasing used for the this amplifier. RB resistor, it is adjusted in such a way that the Q point of the transistor, it is adjusted exactly in the middle of the DC load line. This is the class A amplifier. Again, it is called as directly coupled amplifier. So means since we are not using any coupling device, directly the load is given, or directly the load is coupled here. So it is called as directly coupled class A amplifier. This is the simple circuit diagram. Now this circuit is same as that of your small signal amplifier. Only the difference is that in case of small signal amplifier, here the input voltage is low voltage, and in case of the class A amplifier, the input voltage is the high voltage. High voltage means we will apply the high voltage here, and instead of the simple transistor, we will use the power transistor in this case. So power transistors means we are replacing the simple transistor by power transistor, and instead of applying the small signal, here we will apply the high voltage. Instead of small voltage, we will apply the high voltage. This is the difference, basic difference in between small signal and our power amplifier. So this is the simple circuit diagram. Now we will discuss this by using the graphical analysis. Now this is the output characteristics of the transistor. This is our DC load line. So I am showing this DC load line by this pointer. This is the load line. The Q point of the transistor, it is adjusted exactly in the center of the middle of the DC load line. Now this is the input AC signal which we are going to apply to the input side. So since the Q point is adjusted in the middle of the DC load line, our transistor will always conduct in the active region. It will never enter in saturation region or in cutoff region. The transistor always it will be conduct in the active region. So this is the input signal. We can see that. So this is the base current, and means in this DC base current we have applied the AC input. Now this will get added in the DC base current, and therefore during positive half cycle, so we can see that for this base current, corresponding collector current is DC collector current is flowing in the transistor. This is the DC collector current. So corresponding to the AC base current, this is the AC base current, corresponding AC collector current will flow in the transistor. So for small base current, a very large collector current will flow in the transistor, and for small base current, again the very high collector current, means for positive half cycle of the base current we get the positive half cycle of collector current, and for negative half cycle of base current we get the negative half cycle of collector current. But the output voltage we get in 180-degree out of phase, means for positive half cycle of the input current we get the negative half cycle, and for negative half we get the positive half. We get the output voltage 180-degree out of phase. So we can see here this is the VCC. Now this is the input output waveform. After that we have to discuss the efficiency. Now again, in the previous video we have discussed the classification of class A, class B, class AB and class C. In that video we have discussed the efficiency of this class A power amplifier. It is 25% and it is lowest among all type of amplifier. So why it is lowest? Because our transistor it is conducting continuously in active mode. So therefore a very high collector current is flow in the transistor. Due to that, our means a very high power get dissipated in the transistor in the form of heat. Means power dissipation is more, it means efficiency of this type of amplifier it is very low, and it is just 25% of, means it is just 25%. We have to again derive the expression for efficiency. Now we all know that the input power is the input DC power, which is power is VC, means V into I, that is VCC is the DC voltage and ICQ is the DC current, means this is your ICQ, means corresponding to this base current corresponding collector current is flow, which is we called it as a ICQ. So this is our input DC power. Now output is output AC power. So output AC power we can again see that output power is VLRMS into ILRMS. So VLRMS is Vm by root 2 and ILRMS is Im by root 2. We all have discussed these formulas in your last semester. So again then putting these values in this equation we get PAC is Vm Im by root 2 into root 2 is 2. Vm Im by 2. We get the formula for PAC. Again Vm is equals to V peak to peak by 2. We can see here this is the maximum voltage and it is V peak to peak by 2. It is this is plus positive half cycle, this is negative half cycle, means V peak to peak by 2 and Im is I peak to peak by 2. We can say that V peak to peak means V maximum minus V minimum. I peak to peak means I maximum minus I minimum. So we can put these values. So it is V max minus V minimum. What is this PAC? PAC is Vm Im by 2. So Vm means, what is the value of Vm? It is V peak to peak by 2 means V max minus V minimum by 2 and IPP is I max minus I minimum by 2. So all these values if we put in this PAC equation we get V max minus V minimum into I max minus I minimum by 8, means by 2 and these 2 it is 8. Again from this equation, from this waveform again we can calculate V max is maximum value of V max, it will be VCC and minimum will be 0. I max maximum will be ICQ in twice of ICQ. This is ICQ and this is twice of ICQ and minimum value it will be 0. So we can say that V max is VCC, V minimum is 0, I max is twice of ICQ and I minimum is 0. Then putting all these value we get PAC is twice of VCC into ICQ by 8. Then the efficiency will be PAC by PDC into 100. So putting the value of PAC here and putting the value of PDC, that is VCC into ICQ into 100, or putting all these value, we get the efficiency of this type of class A power amplifier. It is just 25%, which we have derived. Then we have to discuss now the advantages and disadvantage of class A power amplifier. So advantages means, first advantage is circuit is simple. We can say, we have just discussed the circuit. Circuit is very simple. It is simple small signal amplifier circuit is same. Instead, only the difference is we have used the power transistor. Then less number of components are required. We have just discussed the circuit diagram. Less number of components are required, and hence the circuit becomes cheaper and also less bulky. Then output transformer is not used as the load is directly coupled. We can see in the circuit diagram, directly the load is directly coupled, means output transformer is not used here. So therefore the means as directly coupled, means output transformer is not used. These are the advantages. Then in case of disadvantage, again we have to discuss some disadvantage. We have seen that our transistor is continuously operated in active region, means large power dissipation is there. This is the first disadvantage. Then since the large power get dissipated in the form of heat, we have to use the heat sink, means heat sink is essential, and due to the heat sink the circuit becomes bulky. This is the second disadvantage. Then again we have discussed the efficiency formula, that is efficiency is 25%, means it is having the poor efficiency, and it is having the lowest efficiency among all type of power amplifier. And the last disadvantage is output impedance of this type of amplifier very high. Output impedance is very high, and therefore low impedance load such as loudspeaker we cannot connect, or it cannot drive the low impedance loudspeaker, means by using this type of class A power amplifier. So these are the disadvantage of this circuit. Then the question may ask in the examination on this topic is, describe the working of single stage class A amplifier with circuit diagram. We have discussed this. Again, draw the circuit diagram of class A amplifier and describe its working and derive the expression of efficiency. We have discussed all these things, and this is all about our today's video, that is class A amplifier. In this class A amplifier we have just discussed the one type, that is series fed directly coupled class A power amplifier. And thank you.